You may know a coworker, friend, or family member battling cancer. While the death rates for breast cancer have been decreasing steadily since 1989, for an overall decline of 43% through 2020. Health officials say there are still more lives that can be saved through increased awareness. In fact, health officials say many women in Mississippi, especially in rural areas, don't get the checkups and exams they need that could help them live healthier and cancer-free lives. In this Closing the Gap series, Patrice Clark has more on the impacts of the disease and what free programs are available to help reduce your risk of breast cancer.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and tonight we want to introduce you to some women right here in the Magnolia State who were diagnosed with breast cancer. And they admit they went through fear, shock, and even disbelief when it happened. But they fought through it, and now they are breast cancer survivors. And these courageous women are now encouraging others to focus on their health and wellness to help take aim at breast cancer.
And you've been a big support. Oh no, you've been a support.
A candid and emotional moment between breast cancer survivors. Both know all too well about the challenges that come with a cancer fight. Let's start with Kimberly Former. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, her life changed.
I was getting ready for work and I was combing my hair and I felt a slight twinge, something in my chest. And so from that point, I kind of checked myself. And that's when I felt the lump.
She called her doctor and later found out she had breast cancer, stage 2 triple negative. And the news was heartbreaking, but she was determined to live.
I told myself, God got me.
Nishandra James was 39 years old when she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
I was really just completely in shock, and the first thought was, okay, God, what are you really trying to do here? Right now, my mother-in-law has breast cancer. She's unable to care for herself. My husband is in the process of taking her back and forth to her treatments and taking care of her, and I'm helping taking care of her. And now you're wanting me to call him and say, well, sweetie, I'm sorry, but your wife has breast cancer too.
The cancer was in her left breast, but she ended up making the difficult decision to get a double mastectomy.
I did elect to have my breast removed because that was the best way to prevent the cancer from me. And I think when I removed my breast after having the surgery, when you're going through that unveiling part, you're in shock.
And these women admit they had to stay focused and find strength during this battle, even sometimes encouraging themselves on their toughest days.
They're beautiful. We're beautiful queens. We're all beautiful, no matter whether we have no hair, no breasts, it doesn't matter. We're still queens.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, breast cancer is the second most common cancer among women in the United States. And Black women die from breast cancer at a higher rate than white women. And here in the South, Mississippi has one of the lowest breast cancer screening rates in the nation for older women. More than 1/4 of Mississippi's women do not receive regular screenings that could save their lives.
We're looking at approximately 400 women in Mississippi who die every year from breast cancer, and a lot of those cases are preventable.
Mississippi State Department of Health's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Justin Turner, had this to say about those alarming statistics.
I mean, it's very, very concerning because these are women that are our moms, that are our aunts, that are our grandmoms, that are teachers.
And he says that is why self-breast exams are a must.
So if you notice a new lump, if you notice pain, if you notice discomfort, skin changes, something called dimpling, where it seems like the skin is kind of pitching in, that's something that's not right.
And when you notice something, go to the doctor. In fact, new recommendations say women 40 and older should get screened for breast cancer every other year. But Turner says certain young people may qualify for a mammogram before then.
People don't really take certain things serious until it hits home, but we don't want people to look at this as just statistics and look at it as just data.
And to help close that gap in health equity, the Mississippi State Department of Health is increasing its efforts to promote its free breast and cervical cancer program that strives for early detection of cancer in those women at high risk.
No excuse not to come and get seen.
Lula Gatlin is one of the leaders over the state program and is a breast cancer survivor. And she says this service is a lifesaver for uninsured and underinsured women, but not many people take advantage of it.
We offer services, screening diagnostics. Also for breast services is mammogram, ultrasounds, clinical consults, biopsies are some of the services that we cover.
Get that cancer caught early, get into treatment early. Well, I'm Letitia Thompson with Cancer Society.
And the American Cancer Society also offers emotional support as well as day-to-day help. And the good news is all of it is free.
We have a big, beautiful Hope Lodge right in downtown Jackson where cancer patients and a caregiver can come and stay if they need housing while they are waiting for their treatment or going through their treatment. So we have our Road to Recovery program, which provides free rides. Volunteers donate the front seat of their car and pick the patient up and carry them to treatment. If they're within 50 miles of where they get their treatment, if they're further out, the American Cancer Society gives out transportation grants to hospitals all across the state of Mississippi.
So excited about this.
As for James and Farmer, they are now cancer-free and eager to tell their stories to inspire others and hopefully save lives right here in the Magnolia State.
It's important for us as women to keep a check on our body.
Yes, you're scared. Yes, you think it may be this. And yes, I don't want to go to the doctor. But my philosophy will be it's better to know earlier than to wait.
For more information about the free mammogram program, you can reach out to the Mississippi State Department of Health. Also, if you would like to become a volunteer, make a donation, or learn more about some of the free programs that take aim at breast cancer, just visit the American Cancer Society of Mississippi.
And I will be at the Making Strides Walk this Saturday at Trustmark Park. And coming up during our 9:30 hour, we talk with the organizer of Pink Friday, a party